Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, beautiful, amazing individual. Today, I would like to speak a little about cleansing and purifying our inner being so it is more, well, stable and have a certain foundation to it when you live life from day to day. When you set your intention in the morning, when you, well, what I do personally is I pray and are thankful for my life and for everything I have experienced and gone through and, well, in general had as an situation in life. And that includes every single aspect of life. It brings about a certain stability. This stability and inner foundation that you know, even though you are, let's say you have less life force one day than you otherwise would, you feel a little down and out, you feel a little not completely on top. We all know that this will pass. It always passes if we take our time to heal and to go through it. If we take our time with choice and intention to go through whatever inner, not triggers, inner promptings, what our inner clever being wish us to go through, it really helps by, well, becoming conscious in those moments. When you sit within your being in the most dark and detached of moments, really, when you feel that intense sensation of spiritual discomfort, to say it mildly, when you sit in it, you are transforming it, you are purifying it, and you are letting go. So when you transform these things and when you have been sitting with it for long enough time, you see there is nothing that stays intense for forever. If you actually look at it, if you go through it, if you become acquainted with it, it is not as scary anymore. That is what purifying is. It truly is. Even though we truly do not wish to do it, we do it nonetheless. That is also willpower. It has to be cultivated to even be able to kick ourselves in the butt, to have ourselves as guides and as cheerleaders. For if you don't have, in the moments where you don't have any close ones that truly can understand your dilemma and circumstances, to at least have you yourself, to have you as an individual be gentle and nurturing to yourself. So when you feel bad, when you feel down and out, when you feel a little low, is when it is extra important to be present with yourself, to be present in the moment, in what you feel. The more you become acquainted with it, the more also you are tapping into the emotional world, and it's like diving down for treasures, and sometimes you dive down and don't find anything or anything of understanding or of depth or of substance. Other times you might dive down and find some really, really cool treasures that, whoa, that might bring a little amazement to your everyday life. That is what spiritual development is all about. It is breaking grounds. It is about exploration and experimenting, and also about finding out about life, what it is about, what you are about as an individual. Because when you know who you are, for good and for ill, for dark and for good and for light, you can work upon it. You can truly be with yourself and sculpt your own personality through discipline, through love, and through acceptance of limitations, but only temporary limitations. It is only about how much karma we have, and when we have paid certain amounts of karma, we have much more capacity and room to grow. We have less that pushes in on us, less that is constantly toiling and turmoiling with us, because we have, well, cleared it within our own being. That is what purification means. It means truly shining light into the shadows. So the shadows also can, either though it's painful, they can feel the light. You see, they need to feel the light at first, in rudiments of course, so they can become used to it, acquainted with it. This is our own inner being we are talking about now, not any human beings in particular. It really is about oneself and responsibility of what we ourselves do and what we ourselves are aspiring to achieve in this world. For the betterment of everyone, of course. That is our intention. So, by you sitting foundational in strength in your being and take responsibility for whatever occurs there. Staying consciously, taking certain present notes, remembering certain sensations and feelings, and maybe contemplate on them for a little while. Who knows, maybe you will get a few answers and a few understandings and comprehensions. It comes in increments and in steps. It really is about how determined are we. It is a constant challenge to us. It is a constant testing. So the more you choose to really do the work, the more you really wish to unfold your potential for the betterment of all, in inclusion of the whole of mankind, then you will be given in increments. You will be supported and guided and loved, protected. And you will have a certain, as I said, a certain confidence in what you do. This confidence is essential because you need to speak with authority in what you do. So when you speak about what you do what you speak also. So I often say that because it is essential. Of course, we also speak about certain ideals that we are fighting towards. But we do not put it into a connotation that we have mastered it fully and we are the best and nothing more can be learned. No. As I have said earlier, we are in constant transformation and in becoming something more. Something unfolding, deepening, expanding. It is all about grabbing a hold of it oneself so that one can become acquainted with it, with the path, with the journey, with initiation. Truly grab a hold of life, your inner being, and spreading it out to your everyday, day-to-day living. Infusing and pervading your whole existence with the divine, with the Christ impulse, with love. So when you unfold yourself in love, when you sit in your own pains and your own struggles in love, in compassion, it will only last for a certain amount of time until that love you sit with have completely transformed that pain into something beautiful and to something strong and strengthening of the soul in the first place. It is all about taking life as a lesson, a journey and a gift, instead of seeing everything we have gone through as pain, struggle, suffering and a curse. It has been punishment, because that it has not. It is truly about when we live life and go through a lot of experiences that others might not have gone through in many situations. It is because we are meant to speak about certain lessons we have learned from going through all of this. You extract a certain essence and lessons from what you have learned in life. And you speak about that. You speak about what works for you, what uplifts you, what helps others and what inspires others, by giving them ideas, by giving them inspiration. And being loving, compassionate to yourself as well as others. Be just as compassionate to others as yourself. And you will be protected, guided, loved, and you will seriously feel that you're doing something worthwhile too. And isn't that what everyone truly is looking for? Something that really has meaning and depth, something that has substance, and something that we can look back when we are old and think, yeah, I have been working this life. I have been truly wanting to achieve something. That is what we aspire to. So I will leave you with this, and I thank you so much. I love you. I am so grateful for you as an individual, a personality, you wonderful, wonderful human being. May you be protected, guided, blessed, and loved by Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, the hierarchy, our ancestors, and the ancient masters of old. I love you all. Thank you so much. Goodbye.